It's a simple question, really. Where are we going with the Marvel Universe? Hello everyone and welcome back to AustinPlus commentary, where today we are covering, I think, one of the most important questions when it comes to the MCU is where are we going with it? Is it ever going to stop? Is it ever going to reboot? And all that stuff, and that's what I want to cover today. So Marvel has reached 2025 and it is considered the year called the calm before the storm. And obviously, when I say that, because next year is the release of Avengers Doomsday. So this year we've got Captain America 4, we have got the Thunderbolts, and then we've got Fantastic Four. It was said that we'd get a Blade movie, but that has officially been scrapped and it is not releasing this year. But the Fantastic Four is the last headliner for 2025. So Captain America 4 is basically supposed to give us different avenues to go down, I guess. It's got no relations to the big plot in the end, which is obviously going against Doomsday. But they are mainly just kind of trying to cover in their own tracks. If you look at the trailer and with many of the leaks that are happening, it is more of an Incredible Hulk sequel, and it's mainly just trying to scratch off certain areas that we missed, such as Red Hulk, the leader, and see if Betty Ross will become the Red She-Hulk. The likelihood of that is no. And also the other thing that I wanted to cover was the Eternals aftermath of Tiamat. So Tiamat being the big old island, and they wanted to see if that was if they could go using any avenues there. But it was Captain America 4 is not really much to do with the storyline. It's mainly just to cover up loose ends before we obviously get the big stuff in, such as the Thunderbolts. Because the Thunderbolts are a big part in, apparently going to be a big part in Doomsday, which I think's kind of weird, but I mean, they've got a character like Sentry, which is still kind of cool, but after seeing the big game spot trailer, I'm not overly sold on the Thunderbolts right now, especially with the approach they're taking with Sentry. I would say the most exciting film of this year for me is the Fantastic Four. I think this is not a surprise to anyone really. I mean, this is the Fantastic Four's year. Got new characters in Marvel Rivals. We've got a film coming out, and apparently they've just launched a new comic series or something like that. But it's a big year for them. And I think that Captain America 4 and Thunderbolts, as much as they'll have an impact on the espionage, agent stuff, but a Fantastic Four will have a big part to play in the Doomsday side of things. Obviously, Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four, they've obviously had interactions with each other, but I do think that it'll be more than that. But I also like the approach that they're taking, the 1960s futuristic, but also really old, and it's such a good contrast, and that's why I really like the trailer. And I was going to react to it on my channel, but I just really got busy and I completely forgot about it. But I watched it as soon as it came out, and I absolutely loved it. Absolutely amazing trailer. The most important year this year will definitely be Fantastic Four, because it is apparently a lot to do with multiversal stuff, which kind of makes sense considering. So in the trailer we got a official picture for Galactus. He looks absolutely decked out in tech, and he looks pretty big, but these are a lot to do with multiversal aspects. It is said that Galactus will team up with Doctor Doom or the Beyonder or something like that, and will create Battle World, which is a bit of a stretch, but it's also nice to see that they're putting some ideas in motion and trying to differ from the regular comics, but they're also still trying to stick with the Secret Wars storyline. So many of the aspects when it comes to Fantastic Four and the Secret Wars do have a lot in parallel. So it is said that this is actually not the 616 universe, this is an alternate universe, and then they find out that Galactus knows that they are not the ones from 616, and they're going to go to find 616, and the calculations you saw in the trailer are Mr. Fantastic trying to figure out a way to join a different universe. And that's when you'll get to 616, probably in the post-credit scene or at the end of the movie, or they'll be sent to the 616. And all of that will then result in the big Secret Wars and most likely incursions obviously when people go into different universes and there are variants of them already, there are incursions, which was covered heavily in Doctor Strange too. But like I think this movie has so much more to offer, because it's the Fantastic Four are the first family. They are the first family to ever showcase in Marvel, and they are just like, they're an amazing. I think they're my favorite group. No, there's no way to sugarcoat it. They are my favorite group of all time. There are very few projects that have been confirmed for a before release date, I guess. Like before Secret Wars, I mean, and a lot of them don't really have a link to the multiverse unless they're going with the multiverse type thing for Spider-Man 4, which I do believe they are. But they said by 2025 there'll be a very big lead up into the Secret Wars, and with many of the projects releasing this year, I kind of find that hard to see, because obviously Daredevil and Ironheart and Eyes of Wakanda, Marvel Rivals, I guess Marvel, not Marvel Rivals, Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies might have something to do with the multiverse, but I don't think it will be heavily involved with Secret Wars unless a part of Battleworld is something to do with zombies, because obviously Battleworld is a combination of multiple worlds and multiple universes, and it's there for Doctor Doom's amusement. A lot of projects that don't have release dates include Spider-Man 4, Doctor Strange 3, which is obviously going to be multiversal, and this is a lot. Again, this is to do with the lead up to Secret Wars, but there are no release dates, which I think is odd, because you've got 2 years and a bit, and they release between 3 and 4. I mean, we've got none else confirmed for like the rest of 2025, so you've really got a year to crank this all out. I think Battleworld and the Beyonder are going to be introduced either in Doomsday or in Secret Wars. I do believe Battleworld will be in like a post-credit scene type thing in Doomsday, as they are as it has been hinted around by the Russo brothers, who are actually just in London right now about to start filming, so we'll get some set design and set leaks soon enough, which is very exciting. But the Beyonder, people have always said that the Beyonder could actually be Pete from Deadpool, because obviously every Marvel Deadpool knows him, and he's like a being that a lot of people know. Could be a stretch, but it also could act to the comedic side of things, I guess. Of me right now are all the projects that don't actually have a release date, but there's a flipping lot. I mean, they kind of had to cut down with the whole Kang thing. They couldn't use Kang as a character or had to replace him, so all of this had to be cut down. But still, that's quite impressive, all things considered. I do think the most compelling part of this all is that Doom is coming. It is. And I don't mean Doom as the character, I mean just Doom in general. But we've got the God Emperor confirmed for Secret Wars. We've got Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom. But also, Doom is he's kind of like an icon now. He's he's got a lot to do with the Marvel lore, and he's recently become Doctor Strange in like one of the comics, and Mr. Fantastic became Doctor Doom in a comic recently. So it is as much as I'm saying this now, like Doom is coming. He is. And I think the reason they've chose Doom, I know they had this whole Kang thing, but I think the reason they chose Doom is actually because they think the MCU is doomed. The idea around it is the MCU is going to reboot after Secret Wars. I doubt that, because they've come so far, and for everything to just click, and not do anything about it wouldn't make sense. It'd be like funneling money into, it'd be just putting money down the drain. It wouldn't work. But I think Doom, taking away the Doctor bit, will consider Doom the word. It is really, you've got Kang the Conqueror. I think the only word in that is Conqueror. but a lot of people just refer to him as Kang or Nathaniel Richards. But Doom, Doctor Doom, or like, it just has so much emphasis, and that's why I think the Kang idea replaced with Doctor Doom was actually such a good idea, and you could do so much with it. And Doctor Doom is my favorite villain. No doubt in my mind, he is my favorite villain of all time. And I don't know how they're going to introduce him into the MCU, but I have a couple of theories. One of which is that he will be introduced into Fantastic Four. They said they weren't going to do that, but they could be always in a post-credit scene. They could. The other option is that they showcase a Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic variant turning into the Maker, and the Maker coming in contact with Doctor Doom. I don't see. The thing is, with all the projects that I showed earlier, there is no avenue that makes sense other than Fantastic Four. It just doesn't. I mean, we've not even got Latveria confirmed. We've not even confirmed that we've got a Victor Von Doom. All we know is that he's going to appear in Doomsday, but there's no build-up. Now, going down the route of no build-up is kind of ballsy, but obviously, I think the MCU know what they're doing when it comes to Robert Downey Jr. and Doctor Doom, especially when they're combined. But like, I would like a bit of a runner-up when it comes to Doctor Doom, because you need to have him, like, you need to establish a motive for Doctor Doom. You can't just say, oh yeah, I'm covering for Kang, guys, you guys are heroes, I'm a villain, let's go. You can't do that. You need motive, and you need some sort of depth of anger, and that's kind of what Doctor Doom is. He was strengthened by anger, and he was also on that flight up with the whole Fantastic Four. In every iteration, Doctor Doom went up with them. So I guess you could actually introduce that into Fantastic Four. They might be hiding that, but we'll see. A big rumor that is going around, and I use the word rumor very lightly, I guess, but it is said that they are going to bring the OG characters back. You can't deny that Captain America and Iron Man are the pillars of the Marvel Universe. I mean, they're bringing back Iron Man to be Doctor Doom, as I said earlier, but they're gonna put a bit of a twist on them, especially in Secret Wars. There's a rumor going around that Captain America, there'll be a variant of him with the Hydra costume, the gold and green one. That could very much be happening, but people think it's Chris Evans. I doubt it is. He made it very clear that he's retired from the MCU, and obviously I don't blame him. But the big rumor is that Iron Man will come back as a different variant or Superior Iron Man, which I think would be very good, but I would like a replacement actor for Superior Iron Man, because I can't deal with Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom and Superior Iron Man. That's just a nerd overload. So I'm not fond of the idea. I'm okay with the idea of them doing this, having variants of... but I think that's kind of gone and past with the whole idea of Loki ending and Kang being... But it's always something you can enroll into the idea. But obviously, with these anchor beings and variants and all that, they established that with Deadpool and Wolverine, so they are pretty set on having this variants thing. It's not a bad idea, but it's the best thing I could say is it's, as I said earlier, ballsy. I would rather keep things new and fresh, but also little adjustments to the old stuff. So the last thing I want to talk about is the X-Men. I love the X-Men, but no X-Men before Secret Wars. It's a very good rule, because obviously we are in the multiverse saga right now, and we are apparently going to end the multiverse saga after Secret Wars, which makes a load of sense. But that is a perfect time to introduce the mutants. If you introduce them in Secret Wars, people will get confused, and I do not blame them. Have them after, or introduce them in Secret Wars, and then you can establish a storyline or stuff like that. Very good, but not now. I absolutely love the X-Men, don't get me wrong, but there's a time and a place, I say. There's a time, I think the time is after 2027, because I think that people are going to need a year after, like they did with the series, or have maybe a couple establishment series, like... Bruh. Well, everyone, that is the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment what else you would like to see on the channel, as always. And... wouldn't be good if you didn't have a good day. So as always, I do hope you all have an amazing and tremendous day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Yeah.